I'm John Lancaster. I build little homes. Our company is 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙃. The mother company is 𝘾𝙊 Productions. We designed a house that could be built affordably, and so because there's just nobody building affordable homes. They're building, if they are, they're modular and all that. And so so we designed something. We took the best of the tiny house movement. We took the best of the Asian market, of their ideas of light and space, the best of European design, which is no wasted space like we have in the United States, and we also took the best of Southern building, which is, especially if there's expansive soils, we have our own helical machine. We do it on piers, and so it's a super well built home. R49 ceilings, R30 floors, R2x6 wall construction, R21s, low E argon windows. It's built as good as any house being built. It's just small. And so we're able to do things, and my guys, when we have a limited design, kind of like Henry Ford said, you can have any color you want as long as it's black. Well, you can have any design you want as long as it's one of these. And so we have efficiencies: 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. We've got rooftop decks. If you go to 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙃.com, you'll see.
So this looks really big. This is a 3-bedroom?
This is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
3-bedroom, 1 bath. And what's the square footage on that house?
What does it say? 14, I think 648 plus loft. So
okay.
So whatever 14 times 48 is. So okay. I forgot,
Yeah.
So but
and
yeah,
this is actually an ADU, right? In somebody's backyard.
It's in the backyard. And so if you have real estate that's zoned R2, yeah, go around back.
Just
and
so that
we put a little deck,
show
a little
you.
Thing out there. Now they haven't got the landscape in yet. They're about to do that, but we got the hard items in.
So it belongs to this house?
Well, the owner of this is a real estate investor, and he owns both of these.
Okay, great.
But this is an R2. You just pop a fence between the two. He's got he had this fence, so we didn't build this fence. It was already there. And so we literally put this thing on the property.
Okay.
So when it gets all landscaped, it'll be really nice.
Yeah, and AC and everything. So let's check it out inside.
Very good.
I can't wait.
Come on in.
Yeah, I'm excited to have an option, a more affordable option for people to build on and have a decent house.
Yeah. I'm telling you, with the interest rates, and the boomers are downsizing.
What are the interest rates today? April 18th.
Mid-sevens. Conventional loan.
Vic, very fabulous lender. Totally contact him if you have any questions, especially about this product. We're going to explore exactly what it takes and what the best way is to finance that and with the least trouble. And we can make this happen.
Right. Okay, so this is the smallest bedrooms, okay, but the good thing about the next size, 10 foot, you can still put a queen size bed in here and armoires and everything, but if you go 10 foot, you can have the beds go in another direction and everything. But cathedral ceilings, each bedroom has its own mini split. These are heat pumps. They pull heat out of the air when it's 0 degrees out, and they pull coolness out when it's 100 degrees.
Wow.
So they're super energy efficient.
Great. Is that the same alone, or is that connected to that compressor out there?
Yeah, no, all 3 of these are all connected to the compressor.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, super energy. This is European. This is new here, but not there. Right. So.
It's probably German.
Again, this can be a bathroom, so you could have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It could be a big master bath. Or,
yeah, perfect.
Or it could be a small little bedroom or office. So, but it's a legal bedroom, So, and the loft. Feel free to walk up that ladder a little bit and take a look. This makes for a great spare bedroom, And so, or kids could love it to play,
Playroom up there.
Yeah. See, kids are playing already. Yeah, so you put a mattress on the floor, you can sit up in the bed. It's a perfect little, kids love it. Put a couple of toy chests up there, a lamp.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is definitely high.
Yeah, so And again, these are designed, and it has its own thing. So this can be on, and you can all remote controls. So you can change the, you know, like if at nighttime you just want the, you know, 1 bedroom, 1 temperature, and, you know, just program them all, and it's super energy efficient. Chances are,
tiny home on steroids.
yeah, chances are your utilities will never go above $100.
This is a stick-built small ADU. This is not a tiny home because there's no wheels on it. You know, you can't cart it away. I can lend on this all day long. You know, I can finance the construction. I can't do any of that stuff on a tiny home because a tiny home is just a big RV.
Yeah, that's all it is. An RV that you can't tow.
Yeah.
You need a dually, and most people only move them once. A tiny home, they're like like mobile homes. People move them to a park and set them because it's too expensive.
To move them,
and move them. And why a tiny home? A tiny home, you got to go to Tumbleweed there. $100,000 for a little 8-footer bathroom that you sit. I mean, there's no, anyway. So what it is, I said, this is crazy. People are buying that, and I understand the movement. People want to go smaller, but sometimes it's just too small.
Yeah.
And it's not a good investment. It goes down. My walls are 2x6 construction. They're twice the thickness of a tiny home.
That's good for Colorado. Colorado house, 2x6.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. This is super. And I designed it. So here's one of the neat things. I've been a designer for a long time. I designed it so that you can add, if you put it on a property and you got space back there, you can add like a 2-bedroom addition, 2-bedroom, 2-bath addition, or one in one day.
Okay, cool.
I bring it out.
Wow.
You know, I build it indoors and I bring it out.
Is it put on like silt?
What's that?
Is it put on a stilt? Or
Yeah, it depends on the lot, you know. But if it's a sort of a flat lot, we literally could truck it out and set it down.
Nice.
And so this, like I said, we have our own helical machine, so in case the soils are expansive,
Which
we don't have to do a $50,000 overdig. We can do this, and so I'm helical.
What's the foundation here? It looked like it was cement.
No, I know. That's a cement skirting, okay?
Right.
But we literally have an R30 floor, okay? And it's a helical, because these soils are expansive.
Right.
And these are like giant drill bits that you drill down.
Right.
And it's like getting a drill bit stuck in wood, it doesn't go down or up.
Right.
Super strong. It's what they use to fix foundations.
Right.
Well, why don't we just build foundations?
So how many are underneath this thing?
There's, this one is 12.
12? Cool.
Wow.
And one of them can hold this whole house up.
Okay.
Wow.
So Michelle's a structural engineer. She would love that.
Yeah, she'll know about helicals. And so anyway, in my pricing, it's standard granite countertops. This is a leather finish, which is kind of nice. I use Home Depot as my showroom. I give you an allowance, you go pick it out.
Gotcha. So you can do pretty much any finishes you want.
Any finish you want. I like for you to pick from some of my vendors that we have set up so that I'm not reinventing the wheel.
Right.
You know, we like to go with stock cabinets because if one comes in broken, I don't have to wait 6 weeks for another one. I can go get another one in an hour. Okay. And so some of the things that if you knew what I knew, the things about construction, you'd go, okay, this is the highest and best return.
Yeah.
And it's not over here and it's not over here. It's right at the peak. And so we do that. And then if I could do it volume, kind of like putting your kid's swing set together. The first one's 8 hours. The second one could take you 4 hours. Then maybe you could get down to 2 hours because you're not, well, that's the same thing for my subs. They get in and get out. I've been a builder for a long time, but I just started this about 2 years ago, and we got about 20 of them built. You know?
All over Colorado Springs or here in the south end?
90% of them are old Colorado City and downtown Colorado Springs.
Because that's where you can do it.
Well, that's where the R2s are.
Yeah, that's where you can do it, absolutely.
But now I could have 100 of them if I could build them and ship them. There's people out east, Pueblo wants them, Cripple Creek, this guy wants 30 of them, and I'm like, I can't drive up there, you know, so.
Yeah, you need the warehouse.
What's that? If I had a warehouse, I can build them, and then I've got this whole program that can eliminate homelessness, literally. I could build this indoors, I could hire homeless people with electric bikes, come in, I can't teach you to frame a house, But I could teach you to shoot down OSB, and like Henry Ford, I can get you to $30 an hour pretty quick. And at $30 an hour, you can buy one of these cottages.
Yeah.
Film the bathroom because it's a full-size bathroom. You know, it's not one of these tiny bathrooms you have to sit on the commode to take a shower. You know.
You gotta make like a German bathroom, like towel the whole thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. This is base. Everything you see here is base.
So this is the same size as the other one, the other side, right?
And it's because he has a 60-foot lot, and so we have to be 5 feet off the sides.
For the setback.
So he couldn't go with a 10-footer. It just would have made it a little too tight.
Yeah.
So you could build this 10 feet out, 10 by 10.
I can build in 2-foot increments. Okay, so I can add 2 foot to the bedroom. I can add 2 foot to the main body. So think of it like a bird, an eagle.
Yeah.
You got the main body, which is this in the bathroom, and then it can be shorter if you want an efficiency, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even longer. Yeah.
Or you can make it longer, and then you can add bedrooms, and they can be longer. She's beside herself, literally,
I know.
about what a phenomenal deal this is. Anyway.
What I was asking is the pricing on the website?
No, because there's so many options.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get. It depends on the value of the floor. These are 100% waterproof floors, so I'm not worried about. But a person can pop a little area rug in. You know. Yeah. Like I said, you don't give allowances for the appliances if you want to get your own appliances. It depends on the soils. Okay. And if you don't need a helical foundation, you can save some money. Okay. If it's a regular pier foundation. If you don't want the decks and everything, and it's like you want just basic, you know, and then it's how big do you want, you know? You don't have to get mini splits, air conditioned, but I highly recommend it. Yeah. You know, and you can add things later, you know, and it depends on the slope of the lot and the permit. You know, is it a fire district? Do I have to do a bunch of legwork because it needs, you know, a waiver of replat or a geohazard, you know, is it a real steep lot or something, or a forest or stream side or something. So, but included in that is like $4,000 worth of PLDO fees and everything. So
contact me. I'll get you in touch with John to talk you through whatever it takes to build one of these. It's a great option, and forget a tiny house.